How to store everything in the kitchen. Like most items, deciding how to store kitchen appliances is a decision made based on their size and shape, but also how often you use them. There are two options for storing baking sheets. The first thing you should do before storing knives is to wipe them completely dry. If you start putting them away while wet, the water can damage the material. Measuring cups are usually designed to nest together. If that's the case with yours, then place them in a drawer directly under where you do your prep work. Some people like to hang them on the wall, which works just fine, too. If hanging, it's best to place them above the counter you use to do your prep work. The best way to store mixing bowls is to place them together, nested, in the cabinet closest to where you do your prep work. There is a surprisingly wide array of options for storing mugs. You could line them up or stack them in a cabinet near your coffee maker, teapot. You could also use an undershelf basket or hang them by adhesive hooks under the cabinet. Store everyday napkins directly on your kitchen table in a tray or napkin holder. You can get a little creative here by making your napkin holder part of your kitchen decor. Formal napkins should be stored in a drawer. You can stack pans using pan dividers to protect the cooking surfaces, or you can store them vertically using a bakeware holder. You could also hang the pans you use most along the wall on hooks right near your stove. Store placemats either folded in a drawer or in the center of the kitchen table when not in use. Plates and dishes may seem like a no-brainer. Cabinets are built to hold them, but you can maximize the space with a little tweaking. By wire racks, you can double the stacking space in each cabinet. If you store pot lids separately from their counterparts, use a pull-out lid organizer, organizing and storing lids while also making them easily accessible. You can always store pots on a pot rack. If you don't want to display them on a rack, one of the best options is to store them in a low cabinet in your deepest drawer. Consider installing a pull-out cabinet organizer to make it easier to reach your pots. It's not essential to do anything beyond simply stacking your canned goods, but arranging them properly can really make your pantry and fridge look well organized. This also saves a tiny bit of space. Use either a beverage can dispenser or a dispenser specially made for canned goods to make organizing a breeze. It's easy to throw recipe cards haphazardly into a box, which makes them become quickly disorganized. Using a recipe box or book can help prevent this and is a great way to organize your recipes. You can either store your roasting pans in lower kitchen cabinets or, if you are tight on space, in a storage space in your home. If you choose to store them in a cabinet, store them upright, similar to the recommended way to store baking sheets. Also, remove the grid inside and store that separately. You must have a drawer organizer for your silverware. It just doesn't make sense to throw things into a drawer without a divider. Another option, which can be very chic, is to store silverware in a decorative cup. Wine glasses and stemware stored on trays atop a bar cart looks chic and doubles as decor. You can also store your wine glasses and stemware in a cabinet, in a stemware holder attached to the underside of a cabinet, or in storage safely packed within a glass storage kit. The best way to store these heavy items is in the lower kitchen cabinets. You can either nest them together with the lids removed, or you can store them with the lids on, lined up next to each other. Sort your cookbooks into two piles, frequently used and rarely used. Store the frequently used cookbooks on a kitchen shelf or in a cabinet so you can easily retrieve them. The others can go on a bookcase outside of the kitchen. Just make sure you know where they are, meaning, keep cookbooks together so you're not hunting and pecking for them when it's time to cook Thanksgiving dinner. Store hand tools like spatulas, tongs, and wooden and slotted spoons in divided drawer organizers close to the stove. If you prefer open storage, store them upright in an upright, topless container. There are two things to look for in a coupon organizer. 1. Make sure it's functional enough to use in the kitchen, i.e. when you're clipping coupons, it's easy to slip the coupons into and has pockets for built-in organization. And 2. Ensure that it's light enough to travel with, as you'll be using coupons outside of your home. Store cutting boards vertically. You can repurpose a bakeware holder, a file folder rack, or a dish rack, but the best and simplest method is to just prop it against the cabinet wall for easy retrieval. There are so many options for storing food either in your pantry or as leftovers, whether you choose to use mason jars, Tupperware-type containers, or something else. Keep these organizing tips in mind. These may be the easiest things to store in the kitchen. Simply line them up on a shelf. If you have open shelving, it looks best if they match or are intentionally mismatched. You can also fit more glasses into a smaller space by installing an extra shelf. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.